Welcome to the Southern Oracle. I am Shade, and today I would like to talk about different beings that people try to contact in different realms. But I'm not really sure if I'm talking about different beings. Something you will read a lot about, and people are telling you that a lot of this is channeled, are angels. And this is actually where we'll start, and I will just try and go around the whole subject and to give you a certain idea that maybe things are not what you believe they are. The first point in all this is that a lot of people are talking about angels, and then you have archangels. And the first thing that I think is very interesting is the first time I was invited to a channeling, it wasn't the channeler himself, because that guy really had it. But the people who were also there to listen to him were talking about the beings they were channeling. And one asked another, "Who are you channeling?" And she said, "I don't know, that and that angel or master." And the other one said, "Only I am channeling Archangel Michael." And this is the moment where I'm absolutely aware that a lot of what goes on in channeling is, well, not really channeled. I will go into this a little bit further later on. But what I want to explain to you is that actually, before we are going to talk about the idea that we are in contact and that we are channeling angels, and especially archangels, we should be aware what they really are and how they are explained. So especially concerning Michael, there are a lot to say. "Oh no, it's not the Archangel Michael, it's Michael here, it's Michael there," and whatever. And sometimes I'm wondering if it's sort of, people know that the moment they are using in the idea of channeling the word Michael or the name Michael, that a lot of people think of Archangel Michael. But the fact is actually that not everything that is considered to be an angel is correctly seen an angel. Why not? The point in it is that a lot of beings from other sides are giving us answers when we are questioning, when we are asking. We can ask the universe, and the universe in itself will give you answers by sending messages, symbols, signs, or whatever. So it's not that you need to channel. But the point channeling and the channeler himself, I want to give it another podcast, so I'm not going into that direction here. The word angel in itself means messenger, and now you can say, sure, so they are giving me they are giving me messages, so those are messengers. But we are talking about a biblical figure here, or about biblical figures. And honestly, there is my first thing concerning angels. Are you aware how angels were explained, what they looked like in the Bible? And I think this is quite funny. Well, funny. For me it's funny. They are very often, I'm not talking about the images you see today, but if you go to the explanation really in the biblical words, then it is a wheel with eyes around. And the moment I'm thinking wheel, my first reaction is chakra. So maybe those angels we are talking about are actually the messages that we get through our chakras. And I don't want to say that that means that it's not an outside message, but it goes through our body, and it's not something from the outside where we need to be a channeler and we need to channel it. On the other side, just a small point on that, read quite some of those channelings where they are attacking actually people and telling people that, yeah, the way they are thinking, so selfish and so evil and blah blah blah. This is not the feeling that angels have. Because there's one thing about angels. we are aware that angels have no feelings. And this is important to understand, because that means that the message itself, the messenger that there is not coming across through feelings, but it is a pure message. And this is the moment where I make the difference between information and data. So we are talking about computer here and about computer systems here. Actually, the angel in itself is data, and it is by what we are catching up that we're putting it into a form and it becomes information. We are needed to get those information, okay? People who really have, who are open to this and who are open in this in a neutral way are definitely needed. But it gives you a different way of understanding what angels are. And in the beginning, I was not someone who was very much into angels because, well, I was raised away from church, away from religion, and I had a certain idea that there is a being like that, but I considered it more to go deeper than just the biblical sense. But before the Bible, there were beings that went into that direction. You always find parallels to it. And the first time out of a situation that someone asked me for help for a special situation, and I was just sending into the universe, sort of, who can help me here? What kind of being, or who can help me here for this special solution? And that is the moment where actually it was like everything blanked out. So I was still aware that I was sitting on a chair next to a table, but it was as if someone had not even drawn a curtain. It was like you only see the outlines of the table, the outline of the book in front of you, the outline of the cupboard, and so on. But all in black, as if all color, everything was gone, and you just had the outlines. That was all I got. And I was like, whoa, who is this? And he introduced himself as Uriel. And my first reaction was like, what? And he was like, and we don't have anything to do with what you think, church and New Age esoteric. Forget all this, okay? And actually, those archangels are pure data of a subject. So if you take the Archangel Michael, for example, the name means I am the truth. It's the pure essence of truth in all its options, in all its possibilities. And that is the moment where demons come in. Now, don't get into the direction, oh yes, if we have angels, we have demons and devils, and if we have something good as an angel, we have something bad and something evil as a demon. No, it's the same being. It's just us who have a different look and who are judging. If you take a certain information in its pure and neutral sense, and you look at it with a certain worry, a doubt, then you will see the part of the data that shows the doubt. And so it starts making you feel maybe fearful. And that is the moment that you perceive the being in itself. And I don't consider archangels as beings. I consider them as presences, because it's a presence. At that moment, it's only that what is there. It's a presence. And then you are considering, and you're going to judge it a demon. You are going to judge it as something bad. And the moment it brings you the information, or you can pick up the information that you believe that you need and that you believe is good for you and is giving you a happy ending, then you are going to see an angel. You rarely have in all those channelings really ideas. So it's either I am criticizing someone else because you are good, because you're in contact with me, an angel. Okay, that's not an angel who is going to tell you something like that. And on the other side, you are not going to get typical warnings in that way in those channelings, but you can get them from angels, you can get them from archangels, because they are the pure essence of a subject. It's a pure data. It's not even put into a form. You are putting it in the form that you need it to be in, to communicate it, to use it for the situation you are in and the situation you are trying to solve. But archangels in itself are pure and simple data. And you cannot recognize an angel, and you cannot recognize an archangel, especially not an archangel, as an archangel as long as you look at the subject in itself in fear, because that is the moment you are considering the idea to judge it as something bad and evil. And that is the moment you are going to use words like demon or devil. And devil is something I will come up with later on in a different podcast, but just to show you that this is not the way it is functioning. So the next time you get the idea to channel an angel, just open up to the opportunity to be neutral, to take away every judgment, to become aware that judgment is yours. And then try and get a good look and a good experience at what you will see or not see at that moment, and what you will sense at that moment. Because it is far purer than anything you can put into words. Even my words fail for what I am talking about here, because I know exactly this. And some time ago I had the great luck that I told someone, no, those winged things, that's not an angel. And someone said, yep, it's more like nothing's there anymore, only them. And I was like, the same experience. There are people out there who have that experience, and who are actually, by just listening to all those things that are considered to be put into this drawer and this category of angel, and those people are lost with it because it is not what they are experiencing. But actually, their experience is absolutely, absolutely true. So maybe one or the other person recognizes what I'm talking about and understands now the doubt they have when they are reading things about angels and when they are reading things about demons. And for them, happy to have given you another point of view. Maybe other ones will open up to something that is far bigger than anything you're going to read in books for the moment being. And for the rest, thank you for listening.